am here once again with the amazing, if not the totally awesome, Sherif Youssef, our marketing guru, expert, small business marketing expert. Hi, Sherif.
Hi, how are you, Dominic? How's everyone?
Everyone is groovy. Groovy,
Great.
groovy. Here in Chicago, it's been a little bit of rain, a tiny bit of snow. Did you guys get snow?
Yes, we did. A little bit last night, but we're expecting very cold weather the next few days.
Yeah. Can you,
Mm.
can you see snow on your screen?
Um, right now, yeah,
No,
just a
on
little.
on your phone. Can you see snow coming
No,
down? You can't see that?
no.
So the software that I'm using has these widgets, and one of them just popped up. We have a new widget. It's called
Uh,
Snowfall.
oh,
So I clicked it. You know how
no,
it
I didn't see it.
it's
Didn't see
coming
it on
down
my
over
screen.
your face right now, over my face. It's snowing in our live.
Mm.
So, but anyway, yeah, I heard New York City got blasted with some snow.
Yes, and Atlantic Canada as well.
Wow,
Got really hammered with snow.
amazing! It just went over our head here in Chicago.
I guess we're blessed, inlands or midlands.
Right. So
Yeah.
we are here for the why it's important topic discussion today. You're going to be talking about the importance of maintaining our online reputation. Now, I mean,
Yeah,
that's a huge one because I think we forget about that, and
we
we
do. We do.
yeah.
And it's a lot of times companies, small or large, they just forget that because everything is digital and everything is online now. So sometimes you just can't, you don't know where it's gonna come from next, and it's got everything to do with promoting a positive brand image online, and that's because, like I said, it's you don't know where you're gonna get some negative comment or negative feedback, um, but what companies should be doing is to increase the visibility of positive information, or make more positive information available and visible by people, and then manage their negative information.
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
and some people would hear the term manage negative information, and they say, okay, so what do you mean? Am I going to do something unethical? And online reputation management um, is not a method for avoiding responsibility for bad practices. It's a way to um, ensure that you do have a positive image, and as a company and as people as well, um, in front of all the public, and making sure that you're always being looked at in a good way. That's why it is the responsibility of everyone in the company, because for good or for bad, consumers will talk online about companies' brands. They will just talk. There's so many um, places now, digital places now, that people can leave their opinions. Review sites, the directories, the social media sites, Wikipedia, blogs, forums, all types of forums. And when I say blogs or forums, I mean, oh my God, there's so many of them,
Yeah.
and they all allow users to express their opinions about a brand, as long as they don't use malicious language or any violent type of language. But that's the thing about social media. In a way, I think that it's one of the good things about social media and digital marketing, that this feedback is available for everybody, and everybody can learn about different companies and different brands and different products.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that on this at the same time, it puts a lot of burden on companies, because they need to manage that and make sure that if anything negative comes up, then they have to deal with it. And and people's opinions could be about many things of the company, in the company. So maybe products, maybe services, sometimes leaders of the company as well, sometimes the company's employment practices. Um, I mean, negative content can come about anything and everything in the company,
Hmm.
and definitely can appear in so many places. So it is the duty of everybody to or the responsibility of everybody in the company to monitor that and make sure that they put out a very positive image about the company, because sometimes it is almost impossible to monitor all these sites and all these places.
Hmm. Let me just ask you to address the word perception a little bit, because you know
Yeah.
I when this whole online thing started happening many years ago, I didn't think about that. And then one day I heard this thing about perception, and it doesn't matter what you're putting out there. It's what's more important is the perception that people get when they see and read and view and all that. The things that we're putting out there is just like everything else. I mean, everybody has a perception of me, and unless I'm uh, paying attention to that, I may be creating an image that is, or perception rather, that is, you know, not great. And I
Uh,
don't even, without even knowing it, and then continuing to do that. So, what do you think about this whole perception thing?
well, again, it's part of that reputation management, and anything that we do, or any action that we do towards our customers can end up in some kind of um, reaction, obviously from the other party, and that if that was a negative reaction, then you probably will see it on many of these online sites. Like lately, I have an example. Lately, my brother had an issue with one of these big furniture stores here, and they kept and they bought a piece of furniture, and they were supposed to get it, but for COVID reasons and stuff like that, the delivery got delayed. Then the product was not available in stock, and it just kept on dragging and dragging for months. And all this, was resolved one night when we decided to go online and file a complaint on their Facebook page, and we put a good paragraph of negative feedback, and that they're not they don't want to give my brother back their money, and they're sort of they keep on taking their so much time in taking an action. They don't want to let him speak with any of the higher management to complain, and all that. And to your surprise, the very next day they called him and returned his money.
Wow.
Yes, the very next day. And this is a live, like this is like an actual real life example. So anything that a company can, and this is, by the way, this is one of the bigger names of furniture sales here in Canada. It's a national brand, not just something provincial. No, it's a very big name. So what I want to say is that anything that happens, anything that we do as employees can affect us, even if you just don't, you're putting a screen in front of management and you don't want me as a customer to speak with them. This can affect the company negatively very easily. And the perception you were speaking about, it just grows and grows, and then what happens is that you will speak to somebody else, and somebody else will tell it to somebody else, and so on. And one of the worst things that can happen is word of mouth. And for negative feedback or negative content, word of
Mhm.
mouth is very damaging.
That's right. I mean, we've had this conversation before. I remember that,
Yeah.
especially with social media. I mean, there's no hiding anymore,
No,
and,
there's
and
none.
people will definitely uh, use social media to get back, which is what they should do.
Yeah, yeah, that's the way it is. And I, like I said, I think this is one of the good things, or one of the beauties of social media, is that it gives everybody an opportunity to voice their opinions and concerns. positive or negative, and that's a very good thing. The onus, though, is on the companies to make sure that they do manage their online reputation well, um, not hiding any bad business practices, but at the same time making sure that people know good things about our company.
Mhm.
Um, and as because you were saying about social media and all the other digital sites, their companies have to do a lot in terms of trying to monitor everything that is said about them, and there's a lot of tools that can be used for this.
Yeah.
Mhm. And some of these tools can actually provide feedback real time. They actually go out and what the term is called crawling. They crawl the web, and they see anything that is being said about the company, positive or negative, real time, and then they these tools, they provide reports where companies can use and start monitoring right away. Like I said, it's real time in some
Mhm.
cases.
Mhm. It's interesting because I know that there's lots of apps now that allow us to provide feedback for people. That's becoming pretty mainstream. Yelp was one of the big ones.
Yes,
I've done it many times on Google that pop up. Um, and now, have you heard about this app called Nextdoor?
I have. I have. Yes. So, there are so many apps now, and it's funny you say Yelp, because this is one of the examples that companies should be monitoring, these review sites and review apps. So like Yelp and others. Um, we do need, as companies, we do need to monitor a number of different sites, including review sites, including some scam sites as well. There are some scam sites, the ones that actually report that certain sites are doing something wrong or something bad. There's one called scam.com, for example. Monitoring online forums as well, and forums are just, you know, millions and billions of them on the web. So
Mhm.
this is very important to be monitored. Um, Press articles as well, especially with for sites like the Huffington Post, for example, which is very popular. So try to try to monitor that and see if there's anything being said about us as companies. Social media sites for sure.
Mhm. Mhm.
Definitely monitor all your social media sites. Try to find out if anything is being said about our company in real time. Blogs, again, because some companies on their blog sites, they allow for feedback, and sometimes this feedback can be negative, sometimes it is positive, which is good, but blog sites also need to be monitored, and also information sites like Wikipedia, for example.
Mhm.
So a number of sites that companies can use these tools in order to monitor. Um, and these are just examples of sites to monitor, but I'm sure that like digital marketing specialists can also give some more examples of these, but these are the least sites that you can review.
Mhm. Let me ask. So, I mean, with all these different sites out there, um, what's the most efficient way, or one of the ways to monitor those besides going directly to them? What about just the doing the lookup, the search on, pick up your favorite web browser and type in the company name, or if you're a
Absolutely.
one-man band, type in your own name
Yep,
and see.
absolutely, definitely. It's search engines, definitely. Yeah, you can definitely monitor search engines. Also, some search engines, and I say example Google in this case, they provide tools for monitoring sites, and giving alerts actually. So you can actually go onto, I think it's called Google Alerts, and you can create your own alert, and you can put some different what do you call it, like different definitions there, and
Yes.
then the site comes back to you with different frequencies as well that you determine with these alerts. You can put like scam and then the name of the company, or fraud and then the name of the company, and then give it some criteria to monitor, and then Google Alerts will come back to you with your alerts. So yeah, there are a lot of tools. The important thing is just to monitor what's happening out there, because sometimes negative feedback can be very damaging, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. One little, you can have a whole bunch of great reviews and then have one negative one, and then it blows the whole thing. So I mean, that is why I think this is, why we call this show Why It's Important, because with social media, this becomes so important because it's not only going to affect reputation, it's going to affect the bottom line. And when when the checkbook goes in the opposite direction, what happens there? It's causing all kinds of problems. So
yeah, absolutely.
people work so hard to build their businesses. I mean, especially the small businesses. A lot of them that you deal with is these people have put blood, sweat, and tears into their work, into their business, brick and mortar or online, whatever they are.
Yeah.
And they've got hundreds and thousands of hours. And then what? People, I think the thing that I like about social media is that it gives us the opportunity to fix a problem.
Yeah.
When something like that happens.
100%. It gives it. I mean, it's a it goes both ways, like you say. You do get an issue or a negative comment or some negative content, but because you're monitoring it, then you have the opportunity to fix it right away. And this is actually one of the techniques in responding to negative feedback as well, which is to respond. You have to reply and not just let it go. You can't do that. But yeah, these are some of the sites that companies need to monitor. There are some examples where negative content was a little damaging or not very good for the company. And here I can just share an example for Taco Bell. I think it was back in 2013 when a picture went viral of one of the workers in one of the stores who he appeared to have his tongue very close to a pack of taco shells, almost licking the whole pack. And this picture went viral, and obviously, people went crazy.
Right.
But what the company did is that they came out the very next day with a very comprehensive statement, explaining what happened, and then what were going to do, and what happened with this employee. And that was really good. But look at the effect that might have had on Taco Bell at that time. Some of the other ways of combating negative content is what GE are doing. In GE, yeah, I know GE is a giant, but they typically flood the web with some positive sites, positive information. They flood it. So if you just type in your search engine General Electric, the first page will be all full of General Electric information. The whole first page. And the important thing is that the whole first page are all General Electric sites or owned by General Electric. So they are saying that you can see the corporate site, you can see product sites, you can see customer service sites, everything. But the first page will typically be all General Electrics. And that's one of the ways to overcome or to combat negative feedback or negative content. Just show positive feedback. Just keep on showing positive feedback on the web at all times.
Interesting.
And, that's a brilliant way of doing it, actually.
Well, I just did it. I just did the search on General Electric and top stories. GE stock, went up. Uh, um, what else was here?
You'll see the corporate site. You'll see some of their product sites. You'll see probably their customer service site. You'll probably see a blog site as well. But
Building a world that works. Kitchen appliances, refrigerators.
there you go. That's a product category right there.
Yeah, Wikipedia. There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's all positive stuff.
Yeah.
Recycling wind to recycled concrete, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's all positive. I never thought about that. So they're this is not by accident.
No, absolutely not. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing very well.
Interesting. Let me just, for the heck of it, type in self-achievement network. Let's see what happens there. All these guys are scumbags. They're the worst people in the world. Don't ever go see them. No, it's just showing the platforms. Facebook, evolve your passion in a subgroup. It's all there. I've never done this actually. Network home. There's the website, LinkedIn, on Spotify, podcasts, Pod News. Oh my gosh, there's tons of stuff. Interesting.
There you go.
Wow.
And that's what needs to be monitored. I mean, search engine results pages, these are some of the things also that need to be monitored. But now that you've done you've seen an example, right? And this is what companies need to do. And yes, I know that maybe what General Electric are doing is depends on how big they are and the availability of resources and all that. But on a smaller scale or a small scale, companies need to be very diligent about what is being said about them out there. I mean, knowing what is being said about them, and they need to keep monitoring the websites, keep monitoring the web, and bringing in reports, putting in alerts, and monitoring their social media platforms and everything. Because, like I said, one negative comment can be very damaging and can become viral.
So what would you consider the top, say, 2 or 3 or 4 things why it's important to maintain, and that's one of the key words there, our online reputation?
First of all, it's a marketing tool. That's one thing. So protecting your reputation can be used as a marketing tool. That's one thing. The second thing is that when you protect your reputation well, then that means that you care about your customers. So customer cares is a second thing. And when you're doing these two things right, then you are able to generate more leads and generate more sales. So that's a third thing as well. I guess all businesses are in the market for these three things, right? You want to do a good marketing, you want to be good customer service, or provide good customer service, and you want to get more sales. So all companies do that. If you do that, if you do manage your online reputation well, then you are in very good shape to do these three things or to get these three things. So it is, I mean, people just need to, or companies just need to consider it as one of the important things when they are planning their digital presence. That's the main thing.
It's important because people are going to see it whether we like it or not. So do you know Angela? Have you?
I have seen her on the network, a few times.
Yeah, she's. Let me put this up here. She says that she has even cut down a lot of negative posts herself.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's for her or if it's for others, but yeah, I mean, I can give a lot of examples, and I have definitely taken down posts that people react to, and I'm just like, why did they even react in that way? So it's just like, forget it, click. It's not worth the friendship.
Yeah. That's so that's the main reason why we should as companies just keep monitoring what is being said about us.
Right. It's all part of the process.
Yep, absolutely.
You buy a business and it takes over, and then all of a sudden there's all kinds of things that need to be done, and maintaining the online reputation is just another one. So, well, thank you again.
My pleasure. Loved it, and hope I was able to shed some light on this. And if there any questions come up, then please just please anybody can reach out to me at any time.
Absolutely. And just give us a brief 30-second description of your Self-Achievement Network Marketplace listing.
Yes, it is a marketing assessment, and what I do is I provide a marketing assessment for smaller companies and small businesses, with a target of providing a short-term strategy or short-term plan with regards to their marketing. I do the assessment with them on the phone, and the assessment takes usually about an hour. I ask for more information, then I come back to them with a strategy that can take them through a year or maybe 6 months for their marketing activities and marketing efforts. I also do provide a follow-up within 3 months of the implementation.
Interesting. That's great.
Yes.
Great. For a mere, what is it, 3,000?
I'd love that.
But your price today is only $200.
Yeah, it's $200.
$200. And I think that's a very reasonable price. I mean, especially for a small business. I mean, we're not talking about doing it for a GE, or a Taco Bell. Of course not. But for small business, brick and mortar, what do you say, 50 to 100 employees, something like that?
Yeah, or maybe less even. Maybe
Yeah.
less. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be great to invest a couple $100 in getting a full, here's the recommendation plan for the marketing. Hey, guys, right here.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Okay. Well, that will conclude our Why It's Important show for today. Thank you for being on once again, our 190,000th episode.
Loved it as usual. Loved it as always.
Okay. All right, everyone. Anything you want to say to everybody before you go for the holidays?
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Wish you all, you and your loved ones, a very merry festive season, and happy 2021.
And the same from me. Couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. From all of us here in the Self-Achievement Network, remember, stay inspired and have fun. Talk to you guys